All right, welcome back to Day Traders. It was a beautiful and sunny day. It just dumped out of nowhere, but the sun is coming right back out. That being said, I hope you're out there enjoying this beautiful afternoon, what we call life. And if you haven't, take a second, take a minute, be thankful, be grateful. That being said, off the morning, let's get into it. Morning rip, we just break down, defend key levels from the prior Asia and London session. And Flow Zone gets in around where I had my stop. He takes the momentum. He and I was looking for this level right here because this is where we defended in the Asia session and had a huge bounce up to this level. So we were looking for that level. We didn't get that strong push. I get in on a retest of the Bravo and I take that, little 25-point push, get a nice warm up. Trade 2 is looking good. I get in, retest the Bravo. We start pushing up. We start basing above another key level from the prior session. And all of a sudden, we just whop and slam. And I did move my stop up on trade 2. I was going to have it down near trade 1, even a little bit lower, because I was going to plan to add at this level that you see we did defend a little bit under um, in the morning later on. Um, and it's funny, I do believe Flow Zone kind of jinxed it because he had said, "Can we just get an hour where Trump does not tweet?" And when Trump tweeted, apparently Trump tweeted something about Iran and the deal and the terms not being correct, and that's where we slammed. So I was lucky that I moved this stop up. Shout out to the man above, God. I think that was him on that one, and not me, because I'm not that intelligent. Something was just telling me, hey, you're green on the day. It's Friday. At that point, I was pretty much break even for the week. So I'm like, you know what? Let's move the stop up. Let's not be dumb. A lot can happen. Trump tweets, whop. So I was green by 25, 30 points, about 100 some dollars, to I was down about 20 bucks, down about 5 points on two contracts. So then, I did want this level. I was a little concerned about being early and also that Trump tweet because you don't know how the market's going to react if we're going to continue to push down and we're not getting a lot of candle closures above this level. I did get in beautiful entry in hindsight, and I kind of knew it too. This key level for me, 29,300. But this is a decent amount of room, and I kind of wanted it lower, which we did get to about here. And I sat through, and I was going to try to add here. We never got that. We start the pop, and I just take it here for about like 15 points. We were getting rejection in that Bravo, that SMA 20, and that 9, not really getting any candle closures above. Um, at the same time, we were defending this level as well, so it could go either way. And just given Trump tweeting and we just fell, and I've seen the market on some crazy news days like Tuesday when I tried to fire multiple times and trail the probability side of it, we dumped 1,500 points. So off news, off, Iran, the war, it's Friday. Afternoons get lower volume. We could just dump. We don't. So then I get back in. I was trying to get this level. And then I'm like, okay, like we're starting to push down. So I wanted it here. We never got that. I take the push right here, right up here, get a nice pop, and then I'm back up 40 points. Sorry, not 40 points, 25 points. Like 25, 30 points on this account. So from where I was here in the day. And just given the fact of, again, it's Friday, we'll get lower volume in the afternoon, Trump news, volatility. I'm green on the week now. Let's just end the week. And I did take one more trade. I swapped accounts. And I did take 15 points on one actual contract long. And I did size down just because of that volatility, that news. I was going to take 2 to 3 and add in. But again, I was like, on both of these trades, I was trying to shoot for this level right here, which we had rejected in the previous session twice. Um, so I'm thinking like R to R, not crazy, but this is still like you're talking 540 to 645, so almost 100 points. 105 points. That's not, that's a bigger move. But just given where we were on the TTM, and I'm just like, you know what, let's just not risk it. And we did break down, so I took 15 points, up 40 on the day. It's about 130, $150 on the day. Nothing crazy, but up 112 points the last 2 days. Traded well the last 2 days. Mitigated risk. Controlled myself. Really, the one only thing you can control, and your emotions. And I did get back to the system. A little bit weaker hands the last 2 days than I wanted, but probably one of the best 2 day stretches that I've had in a long time. Green on the week, green on the month. Erased that bad day from Tuesday, that little bit of an overtrade day, where I started to get there and lost a little bit more than I wanted. And we're green on the day, green on the month. So stopped it right there, went to the gym, and then I didn't catch all this. There will always be another trade, another move, and that's just one thing that I've had to drill into my head, and especially anybody out there learning. One of my biggest problems is that I like being right, and if you look at school, a lot of things in life, you get really penalized for failure, and in trading, it's feedback. It's not a reflection of you, and at times I would take it like that because I was so close to the payouts. I had something that I felt I had to push, had to push, had to push, and I've realized the more I control, like I've always done, and I've known this before, but the more I try to control, the more things push against me, and that's what started to happen with this. So the last couple of days, I just started laughing again, and I'm not gonna lie, there was a point in time where I didn't enjoy trading the last month, and I love this. I'm not gonna lie, I love this shit. I fucking love it. So we got back to that, started laughing again in terms of that, and enjoying life, and I've seen when you do that, life tends to respond to you. So just keep doing that and keep learning, keep growing each and every day. Keep trying to become a better version of yourself. Keep growing, keep striving. And, one of the biggest takeaways that I realized, and shout out to Matt too, with trading with Matt, his boot camp was phenomenal. Phenomenal value as well, only $20. So I recommend anyone out there trying that out. But he helped me in terms of sizing. Like, I am sized down a lot in terms of I would prefer to run 3 to 5 regularly, micros, but I don't feel that comfortable yet. And I will next week get back up to 2 to 3 minimum to start with the sizing. But it's just you have to trust yourself in the system and fire when it does. And even though I had that red day on Tuesday, I fired when it did. That was just one of those days where the market's irrational longer than you can remain solvent. And when do we drop 1,500 points without any sort of pull, pull, back, test, something like that, where we just kept dropping and dropping. So if you cut out those C plus, those average setups, and you focus on your higher probability setups, not only will you keep that actual confidence to fire and trust your system, but you'll lower your risk, you'll mitigate your risk and your downside by cutting out a lot of those lower probability trades that can keep your wheels spinning, and then ultimately have you second guessing yourself and your system. So that's something I've learned this week, big thing. So we'll continue to do that, learn, grow, keep getting better again. Almost, a little bit above 2 grand between the three funded accounts. At the height, I was like 24, 2,500. At the low, I was like 14, 1,500. So we're getting back, trading better, trusting ourselves, myself, and the system. So just keep doing that, keep learning, keep growing each and every day for those of you out there learning. That being said, traders, I appreciate you all. Have a wonderful afternoon. Stay up, stay blessed, stay positive. Make it happen. Peace.